It's Catterall Eubank Fight Week here in Manchester. Kalle Sauerland, Eddie Hearn, promoters of said fighters. Welcome to you both. I'm going to jump straight in. What's truly at stake for both men this weekend? Eddie, start with yourself.
I think that, when you start saying careers are at stake, I think sometimes it's a little bit harsh on fighters. But if you look at Jack Catterall right now, we were in a position all of a sudden, we had Barboza, we brought him over to Manchester. We win that fight, we're fighting TFE, all of a sudden you lose that fight. Now you're fighting this, up and coming world level fighter, domestic fighter. You get beat there, you're miles off the pace. I mean, retirement's a bit harsh, but really you put yourself completely out of the running for any big fights at world level. All the pressure, in my opinion, is on Jack Catterall. I mean, Harlem will put the pressure on himself, but this is a bit of a smash and grab. Yeah. I think these boys, Canada, there's something up here.
I've got to say, when it turned up, listeners called me up and said, they're some interested in putting it on. Like, really? And I'm like, okay, well, sure, yeah. And then it got serious, and I'm still thinking out of it. I really want to do this. And look, at the end of the day, we don't know as much about Harlem Eubank that we know about Jack Catterall. Everyone knows what Jack Catterall can do. Absolute world-class fucking operator. Everyone knows that, yeah. But you don't really know what Eubank can, how many gears he can still shift up. And those times come in a career, you put, you as a promoter, you guide a career, but eventually that moment comes where you just got to say, right, we're gonna roll the dice now. And I agree with Eddie. It's not for Harlem. As long as he comes out looking great, he's really got a result. He's going to be thinking the win, and we're thinking the win. But it's a great opportunity to really launch himself. And I just got that feeling that this smash and grab. I'm all up for that. I'm all up for that.
Either fighter, whoever wins, are they ready for a world title fight?
Yeah, I mean, look, there is no doubt Jack Catterall's world class. He should have been undisputed world champion. Beat Josh Taylor, beat Regis Prograis. I mean, the fight with Barboza really could have gone either way, and I felt it was a poor performance from him. So if Harlem wins, I mean, the upside of Harlem winning with the name, with the brand, with the audience that Calle's built on Channel 5, makes Harlem Eubank a big name, and the kind of name that will start putting himself in the mix for Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, Conor Benn, all of those big fights and names at 147. That's why Jack's taking it. Jack's saying, I want to put myself up there, and we're, as much as Calle's using us for the springboard and the name to world level, we're using them, saying we need a bounce back.
It's the way big fight for mate. Yeah. I mean, we've got those storylines that come together. I do think, I know there's the whole Eubank Ben Part 2 thing going on. That area has got a lot of really intriguing. You said a lot of the names there. I just think really interesting fights to be made. And I think for both of them, of course, everyone wants to be a winner, but it's a bit of a showcase Saturday night. We need to see a great fight. And again, I'm back in the smash and grab there.
How does it play out on Saturday?
I actually think Jack Catterall's stopping. I think both guys, sometimes they can be a little bit too awkward for their own good. And a lot of people, you look at stylistic matchups, and sometimes you think, this might not actually gel into an electric. I actually disagree. I think Jack will come out quite aggressive in this fight. I think he needs to. Not just the pressure of winning, he's got to kind of make it exciting and look good. That's going to suit Harlem because he's a good counter-puncher. He's very slick and awkward. He can make you pay for your mistakes. So I actually think we win this fight by stoppage.
I'm assuming, Kalle, you don't agree.
I'm going with I think leg stoppage or points win for us. I agree with Eddie of the way the fight's going to play out. I think Catterall's got to come forward. The pressure's on Catterall, so to shine. He wants to shine on Saturday. He's in an unhealthy place in terms of what he has to deliver on Saturday night. He's got to deliver a win. He's got to look good. He's got all these things. Harlem has to just turn up and do his thing, and I think he's going to box a boxer's fight, an intelligent fight, and wear him down.
I want to talk about another rivalry on the night. Eddie Hearn versus Kalle Sauerland.
What's the score? How are we getting?
What is the score? I've lost track.
We were getting spanked for years. I know that. Like, we used to send fighters over to Germany. Talk about smash and grab. It was a smash, but there was no grabs. Oh yeah. And also Jürgen Bremer against Cleverly. Cleverly. Do you remember when he quit on his stool? I couldn't believe it.
I was trying to tally up the score, but then there was some also.
I mean, you got
Super Series was a complicated.
You got Froch.
Groves 2.
Kessler, Groves
Those two, that went already.
You got, obviously, you had
Just remember your win.
You had Arthur Abraham beat Paul Stiff twice. I mean, obviously, Rob.
Wait, hold on, wait. Hold on. Right, so forget the tally, right? Let's just go the Abraham, Paul Smith story. So we've got in the ring. Eddie said to me, I go, what do you reckon? He goes, yeah, you got it, a couple of rounds. We get in the ring, and then it's like, hold on, no. And everyone from the Sky said, no, it's a robbery. I'm standing there, how's it a robbery? I said, he's won. Eddie's like, look at me, yeah, he's won. Gone backstage, and suddenly it's like, I think it was Andy Scott. He's come up to me, put a mic in my face, said, what do you say about that result? And I'm like saying, yeah, boss, bang on. He said, well, we just had Eddie Hearn in here telling us it's an absolute robbery. Wayne Rooney tweeting Sunday morning. I'm like,
you love it. You made the rematch.
Twitter was kicking off, wasn't it? And there's this thing. We made the rematch.
I did thought Abraham won that fight by a couple of rounds, and I did get in the ring, and Kalle goes, it's close, isn't it? I went, not in Germany. I said, I think your man's won. And afterwards, this is a disgrace.
We've got to play the game.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, what's your favourite win over Cam?
It's got to be Froch Groves. So, I mean, that was, I mean, you joined the party a little bit. Yeah, Froch Kessler was a big fight for both of us because we were both a lot younger then. But that was the first pay-per-view Sky back on Sky. Yeah.
Thanks to Harrison.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we ruined that pay-per-view, but we did bring it back. So that was good. Yeah.
What's your best win over Eddie?
Oh, crikey. I think the best loss is definitely the Kessler one. I'm going to go with. I'd say the first one, Hey Harrison, but I think the probably Abraham was very important for our German TV contracts at the time. And it was Abraham against Murray.
That's right.
You weren't there. Barry came over, and that was let's say that was much more of a German decision. That could have gone either way.
The good news is Kalle is one of the only promoters that I may have a winning record over.
No, I'm not sure about that, mate. I'm not sure. I'm going to pull some out. Yeah, I'm going to pull some out the bag.
He'll be doing 6 rounders in a minute.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
He'll claim the entire World Boxing Super Series roster.
No, I was thinking actually, Andre Ward.
Exactly. Yeah, you had Ward. No,
there you go.
Final one, gents. Finish the sentence. By Sunday morning, the boxing world will be saying, it's blood.
Jack Catterall is back. Give him a shot at the world title.
A Harlem Eubank is launched.
And finally, if you could predict Saturday night in one word.
2. Domestic classic.
We'll allow it.
We're going to go British classic of the way, yeah.
Fair enough. Do we get a handshake, gentlemen? We've not quite had a favour. Thank you very much.